Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in my lab where I do what I do for you. I can't see nothing. I got glare going like crazy. Oh, sorry about that. But I'm out here doing what I do for you. Oh, this one's going to be personal. Let's go. Just want to give you a heads up. All right. Rightism. 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. Oh, there's a message in this story about life. I give you life lessons. You tune in to receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right Thinker's mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Speaking of spiritual, I ain't gonna do that. Right Thinker's way of life, through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily, will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I ask the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. It's rhetorical. But if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself. And to my yacht, be true. I went to church yesterday. I was to do every Sunday, okay? But I gotta tell you this. I wasn't gonna do that, but I said, no, this is personal. Okay, I'm about to let you in on a few personal things right now. Okay. Good stuff. Okay, no bad stuff. Right thinkers, let's talk about being spiritually full, aka blissed out. If you don't know what the definition of bliss or blissed out means, Google it. It's a state of being that's almost undescribable, but when you have it, you'll know it. Okay? Another lesson. I got you. Right, go. So let's go. And the title was going to be Question. Have you ever been spiritually full? If you can't answer in the affirmative from experience, yes, you need some spiritual work. Ain't got nothing to do with church. I said spiritual work. I said you got to go to church. Pardon me? No to y'all. Go to church. I go to church. I'm straight. Yesterday, in the words of my man, was a good day. Spiritually, watch. If you didn't know, being spiritually full is that bliss, that what? That inner joy, that the heart is just so overwhelmed, it brings tears. I couldn't do nothing but cry. Tears of joy. Why? Seeing your little kids celebrating the holiday on their terms, man, I'm sitting there crying like a baby. No more TMI. Okay, but yeah, in my pew at the church, I got a seat. Okay, third row from the back. And the seat have tissues. They know old boy be up in there sniffing and why? Because when the spirit hits, that's spirit. I'm not gonna jump up and down and come out the spirit hit me. Why not talking in tongues? No, I just be cool. The tears just run. Simple. Everybody's spiritual reaction is different. I'm not gonna run around hooping and hollering. No, but man, I was juiced. Okay. And all I can do was cry. Call my mom. I don't have a child. Excuse me. I didn't have a child in the show. Oh, excuse me. Well, I missed the whole lady. My church, speaking of yesterday, we had our Christmas show put on by the children. And I counted 20 young people up there doing their thing. And for every kid, I'm sure they got a parent. Some had more than one. But that means it's at least 20 parents out here plus. So we had a nice full day. It was beautiful atmosphere to be part of. That's my point. Okay. I didn't have a child in the show. But last week, the lady who do the show, my pastor's sister Nisi, she says, parents, remember, the children practice it. Don't put their efforts knowing to go in vain. Show up to support. I did that. Best decision I ever made. Why? Saturday. I'm spending half my day sitting. You gotta get up early Sunday morning. You gotta leave an hour early. You gotta be. But yeah, it was worth it. It's called sacrificing. And when you do something for somebody else, them little kids was awesome. Okay. I got emotional. I'm getting emotional now. Wow. Stop. Get out of there. But emotionally, spiritual joy. That's a good thing. And when you see young people doing good stuff, it brings tears to my eyes. I don't know about you, but that's tears of joy. I love seeing that. So I had a good day. And there, I got emotional. Yeah, stay that way in church. But joy seeing those young people learning about their Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I ain't got a problem. Again, they get indoctrinated. They going with the flow. They talking. They speaking. They understand it to a degree. So I ain't got a problem with that at all. And they put on a hell of a show. Excuse me. And I was so proud of all of them. And they're one of mine. But I'll let them all know to a person. Good job. Good job. Okay. We don't get enough of that. Moving on. Now, I thought about, sorry about that. I don't know about being what T.D. Jakes said, I forget. Have you ever been swallowed? It's big. But I know he meant analogy when being taken over by the Lord in the spirit. I got it, but when you hung out with Diddy and they put that being swallowed might not be a good analogy to use. I'm sorry, GD, but again, this is all for teaching purposes. So, if you ever been spiritually full, how about that? I ain't gonna do the swallow thing, TD, but now, I thought about TD, and like I said, when I heard him ask, have you ever been swallowed? But he was speaking from a spiritual aspect, and I get it, but I want to change the title. People talk about being swallowed. That might get a few views, some interesting people. I want to see what he's swallowing. So, no. All right, I'm going to play them hashtag games to get you to turn. No, I just get a lesson. And I'm putting P-Funk talking about because that's what this show is about. Moving on. You know who I'm talking to if you're still tuning in. Appreciate the advice, though. I'm saying, spiritually, I don't really know what he meant. I'm just trying to clean it up for him a little bit since that PD incident. TD, some analogies you might not want to use. All right. But I felt like I was being spiritually swallowed. I'm sorry. There's a whole nother joke going on inside my head. All right, get back to this lesson. And yeah, I was caught up in the spirit yesterday, in the moment. Yeah, but it was all good. It was all good. From the young kids to the lessons to the message to after opening up the gifts, hanging out with the kids, just seeing them happy. It was Christmas at church yesterday. I don't celebrate Christmas, and my birthday is Christmas Eve. Another lesson. Concept. Moving on. Again, moving on. Where I'm at. But I felt like, okay, I did that. Yeah, I did that. Okay, now in the world, no. In my Ice Cube voice, where's the Ice Cube? Yesterday was a spiritually good day. Again, using somebody's analogy to bring a point, again, for teaching purposes, try to get you the idea. So yeah, I didn't have to do nothing yesterday, but just enjoy. I ain't had to give nobody no lessons. I ain't had to correct nobody. I just enjoyed myself. So it was a good day. Try to make it work. Let's get that one in there. Nah, I ain't never been swallowed, TD Jakes. Nah, can't ride with you on that one. I told you, I'm like my man Cuba Gooding and Boys in the Hood. When you get somewhere you're going, I don't want to go, I'll let you know. I'll get out right here. Well, I'm not with that. So, no, I ain't been swallowed. But I have been caught up in the moment and experienced spiritual joy and bliss. That way, I was engulfed. I don't know if I was swallowed, but I was full. I know that. Why? My heart tears just kept running. I couldn't stop crying. If that's being swallowed, no, it ain't been swallowed. I was full. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. There's a difference. I want to get that point clear. No, not swallowed. I told you I have tissue box at my pew in church. Why? Because when my heart gets full and the spirit hits me, I don't hoop and holler. I don't talk in tongues. I cry. Don't get it twisted. When I'm in the house of the Lord, I'm there in spirit. I know what I'm there for. Okay? And when the ghost, when I call it hit me, I don't wild out. I just let the tears run. Why? Because I'm overwhelmed with joy. Ain't no problem with that. And all those who see it, nobody, he crying. Right? Nobody said a word. But they know I got, moving on. So they've been paying attention. It's been going on for a while now. This ain't nothing new. You see, I got my evangelist label on today. I'm doing my work outside the church. My pastor told me that. No, brother, right? You got one church, you got one hand with God and the other hand to the people. Ain't that what you got? You say, yeah, that's okay. I'm in the right place. Oh, yeah, you good. Your ministry, we good. So I'm an evangelist when it comes to that. I get you to God. He got his way. I got my way. He's the saint. I'm the sage. We the odd couple, but we get it done. For number one. All right, where we at? I'm having fun right now. Okay, I got a little bit of time. Now, where we at? Okay, now, when I'm in the house of the Lord, I tell you all the time, I told my dude yesterday, I'm not religious. Don't get it twisted. But I am spiritual, and I fellowship with religious people. Please understand that. Well, how could you respecting them for what they believe and how they conduct themselves? That's how that makes it easy for me. Why? I ain't here to critique nobody. I ain't here to judge. I'm here to fellowship. That's why. Again, we all are spiritual beings. Whether you're Christian, Muslim, Jew, don't make a difference what you call your religion, but I'm calling you what you are in person. Spiritual beings having a human experience. When we can share in spirit, we good to go. I ain't got to go with all that other stuff. So some of us are religious, and that's fine. But to be religious and spiritually enlightened, you can't lose. Trust me on that one. What? It's good to know. It's hard to believe, but when you know, you got everything covered. But watch this. I was spiritually full yesterday in church service. That feeling, man, you can't buy, cheat, or sell that. You have to earn it. You have to experience it. I ain't a preacher by no stretch. I'm just trying to preach you how good church is. I just tell you how good service I had yesterday in the spirit that they possess and that they perform that I enjoyed. Excuse me. It was so much at the church. I got in my car, called my mom. We cried. Tears of joy. Laughed. But I said, yo, them kids had me all wound up. She said, boy, that's beautiful. She understands. So we good. Trust me. Moving on. Get out that lesson. Get out of there. Get out of there. But seeing young children worshiping, praising the Lord on their terms, it don't get no better than that. They secured another generation. And we did the giveaway, in the church to do the giveaway. And my church family are just good, God, worshiping, righteous, living people outside the church. I know them outside the church, and they good people. I know them before I got to church, and they good people. So I got a problem with that. I had to tell my pastor's mother yesterday, big hug. I'm not a hugger. Okay, I don't do the hugging thing. No, I'm a fist bump. Keep the distance since the COVID. So yesterday, I did more hugging than I may ever do again. I hugged every female in my church. What the hell was that about? I'm running the dude. Yeah, you walked around and hugged every woman in that church. All spiritual love. That's the difference. And I was full. I wasn't just receiving it, I was giving it. Big difference. Beautiful thing. And I picked it. We had a grab bag at the church, okay, and I picked the young lady who last year's Christmas show did a poem about how she loved church. I was impressed with that last year, so made it possible. I bought her a Bible. That's a gift for me. She liked to read. I was tempted. You had to No, to swing over to the dark side, but no, let her stay where she at. Because her mother, or her grandmother, and her grandfather are active in church, and she's part of what we're doing. Her great great grandmother is the head lady in church, which is my man's mom. So they got a family, and I asked her, all your children are in church. How'd you do that? I trust in the Lord and gave it to them. And they kept it and they give it to them. So it's a generational thing. And when it's a good positive, why not join the tradition or keep a tradition that's worth something? Okay? Just a little quick tidbit for us who we don't get together except when somebody die. Moving on. And she was raised, again, a young lady, raised in the church. Yes, but she see people outside the church. She see all the people, like I tell them, outside the church still being God-fearing people. So they're not hypocrites. She don't see the hypocritical part of a lot of religions that young kids see. She don't have that. Can y'all say that about y'all grands? Y'all show a good example? Or do you want these people come to church every week? When I was coming up, last thing we wanted to do was get up Sunday morning. You had to make us when you go to church. So that wasn't a choice that we had. I see young people every week, they're in church, in Sunday school. So I know it goes on, but it just got to be at a larger scale. That's what I'm saying. I see it going on. I like what I see. Why? That's what it's supposed to be about. Moving on, young and old. We had the whole gambit yesterday, and it was all good. Moving on. I only got caught up in this nonsense. Sorry, but let me wrap this up. And because she was raised in a church family, but she see outside church her family. That's what she loves. I can guarantee that. And she told me, I just like what my people doing. Outside the church, she's a good kid, honor roll student, so she's doing good things. Moving on, I tell her, don't worry, I got you. I'm not religious. Again, let me explain this to you. I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. It's all get up. If your religion is practiced in a proper manner that I respect, we can roll. Why? That's what I do. Simple as that. I did more love sharing yesterday, hugging, than I ever did in church. Or anywhere else for that matter, with the female. So I'm not big on that. So, but yesterday, I was overcome. I wasn't speaking in tongues. I wasn't running around. No, I praise the Lord. No, I was just bringing it in. No, bringing it in. And everybody, oh, this guy, I'm sure, that ain't me. So yesterday was experience. Okay. Spiritually. Moving on. I had to share that. I couldn't let it get by. And I'm a fist bump type of dude. So, women, I just went, nope, yesterday, I was bringing in everybody. Everybody, oh, yeah, you're bringing in. So, yeah. And I tell you, again, I'm not religious. And sharing love, a.k.a. spirit, was the order for the day. And about what we know, we're here to share in the festivities. If you're going to go somewhere, if you go to Rome, they tell you do as the Romans. When I go to church, I do as the Christians. That ain't hard to do. Doesn't make me hypocrite, phony. No, I still live righteous outside the church. I still practice right thinking daily. So church ain't got to do with that. I fellowship with like-minded people. They happen to be Christian. Moving on. Lapping up. Again, I appreciate you tuning in. Had to share this with y'all. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not a touchy-feely type of man. Never was, never will be. I never had my granddaughters sit on my lap. Why? No, I ain't going. I ain't even dealing with that. But they know Pop loves them. So it's okay. Again, you ain't got to be, no, I ain't physical. I don't do that. That's why yesterday was an anomaly for me. I'm freaking out and dude, you might want to rethink that. Yeah, I might not want to do that again. I don't know how it was taken, but dude, you was I gotta let that out. All right, let me wrap this up. I felt and I shared what I call the love, aka spirit of God, was in the house and it was prevalent in me. Why? That's what I shared. That's I came here to share. Okay, I didn't know. I just was sharing. It hit me. The ghost got me. So I know it can be. He can get me. He can get anybody. But it was a good thing. I enjoyed the lesson. Hope you enjoyed it too. I had a good day yesterday. And right thinkers, in closing, may y'all let it be 100. Me, 100 minus a day. So I know that my right thinkers who are religious have passed away. Love you guys. Appreciate the lesson.